Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to jump straight into the video. This is going to be an in-depth tutorial on my foliage technique, which is pretty much a balayage look but with foils, which helps your client get a brighter lift and a better lift in one session. So Ashley got her hair done back in November. We did a foliage on her. It grew out really well, but she just wants to be a lot brighter for summertime. So stay tuned to see how we achieve a beautiful blonde. Okay guys, so I'm going to do a voiceover through some of the video just describing what I'm doing. You might not even care, but this was definitely a trial and error. As you can tell, my arm was in the way most of the time. So you're going to be able to see some stuff I do, but a lot of these clips I'll probably be right in the way. So I'm just going through and doing a full head of baby lots, and it was completely out of focus most of the time. So I just go in different weaves, different size weaves, and different thickness. I'm using 15 volume and Joico Blonde Loft. Okay, so I finally figured out my camera angle. I guess being down low on the hair, I didn't really know how to set the camera up, but I got a couple good shots, thank goodness. So you can kind of see how I do my weaves. I take some thicker and then I take some thinner, but I always keep like the section size thin, if that makes sense. So I do some baby lots, but the actual like weave across the hair might be thicker than others, but I always do try to keep my actual section pretty thin. They say you want to be able to like read a newspaper through it. Thinner sections definitely do mean better lift. So that's why I was okay with using 15 volume, because I knew that I would take thinner sections. Plus, that section was the first one that I was doing, which means it would sit a lot longer than the other ones and have time to process. Okay, so moving on to the back of her head, I just took two diagonal sections on the back and I did slices on this one, and then I just teased them and started painting. Didn't really paint in a certain motion, I just painted upwards and blended the line out. I know this is kind of blurry, but it'll get in focus in just a second. So you'll be able to tell in this video that I do diagonal sections and then I drop down a section and do a vertical one, diagonal, vertical, back and forth, until I get to the parietal ridge, and then I start doing just horizontal sections and switch up between baby lights and highlights, and then occasionally I will do a tease section just to make sure everything is super blended towards the top. Okay, so now the first side is finished processing and it's time to pull out some foils. I really don't like letting the foils sit in the hair if they're already done processing. There's really no point. They're just going to keep processing, and that's when you get damaged hair. So I always do try to pull out the lightener once I know it's finished processing. And I did get the whole head foiled in probably about an hour and 15 minutes. I am a slow foiler. I take my time. Anyone who's sat in my chair knows that I do take my time. So I'm just going through everything now and pulling out the lightener and blotting it off with a towel just to make sure it's done processing. Now it is time to shampoo. So once she's finished processing, I take my clients to the shampoo bowl and shampoo out their lightener really well. Make sure you get all the bleach out because that will affect your toning if you decide to tone. So I always usually shadow root and tone my foliage clients, especially if they're ones that like to go a while without coming back, because that does help the foliage grow out better and makes the grow outline much more blended and natural looking. So I'm using the Olaplex shampoo. I love this shampoo. It's really good and it's healthy for the hair. So I just shampoo the lightener out, and I do not condition it before I tone it because the conditioner will kind of act as a barrier and the toner really doesn't seep through. It's late, as if you can't tell. So just shampoo really well, and then I bring my clients back to my chair, brush them out, and then I apply the toner. You can tell how beautiful her color looks already. It looks so pretty. So I'm going in with Redken Shade ZQ, 6N, 7N, and a dash of 7V for her root shade. The 6N and 7N are just going to give it some depth, and the 7V is going to control any warm tones, so it's going to make it a little ashier. So this will erase any harsh lines and make it super, super seamless. So now I'm going in with Redken Shade ZQ 9P with clear and the Shade ZQ solution, and I'm just squirting this all over the hair and brushing it with the Wow comb. I love this comb for blending all of my shadow roots and toners. It really helps to bring the shadow root down, but it doesn't make it splotchy. Some combs kind of grab the color and then splotch it up all over the ends, and this one has like the red roller thing in it, so it really does help blend the toner down. So I'll let the shadow root sit for 10 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes I will put the toner on the ends, just because I don't want them to grab too ashy. They are really bright already, so I just needed to pop them just a little more. Okay guys, so here is the before one more time. In case you forgot, we are standing in front of the window where the after was took as well. So it had just grown out some and it was kind of brassy on the ends. And then here is the after. So it looks so, so good. She has the perfect natural shade that acts as a perfect low light. And I'm so happy with how this turned out. We got her super blonde, but it still looks natural. It literally looks like she grew it from her head. I love, love, love how it turned out. It's so blended, and it should last her a really long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned something, and stay tuned for more.